us to Tampa, Florida. 22-year-old Alana Sims was born and raised in Tampa. She was the middle of three sisters and was described as humble, caring and lovable. She was known as a happy and peaceful person who didn't like to argue. According to her mother, she would do anything for you and would always go out of her way for her loved ones. She graduated from Chamberlain High School and was the mother to a 1-year-old son. Alana loved being a mother. After having her child, she no longer went to clubs or bars. She just loved spending time with her son. She would later be expecting her second child and was 5 months pregnant. Alana was seeing 25-year-old Billy Bennett Adams III. Billy was a semi-professional rapper known as Ace NH, and it is reported that he is a member of the Crips criminal organization. Billy was born in Virginia and raised in Georgia. However, he relocated to Tampa Bay, Florida in 2017. He graduated from the University of South Florida with a bachelor's degree in science and management. However, Billy's desire was to focus on his rap career and would often rap about street life and glorify violence in his music.
You put me on any beat, I'm guaranteed to spaz out. I make money in any condition, I'm a cash cow. Skip the line ahead of you, nigga. I took the fast ride. I did what they couldn't do, probably why they so mad now. And I keep it solid, start to finish, put my heart up in it. And I'm dope, just like what you going cook up in the kitchen. Money talks, if it ain't about a profit, I don't listen. Need a suit and tie with a briefcase. I handle business, working and grinding, making the way I never lost hope. Tell them with this rap shit, I want all smoke. Pushing bullets down the op throat, make them all choke. We can't even rob them for $1 cause they all broke. And they making weak diss songs and they can't rhyme. Pulled up, everybody scrapped, throwing gang signs. If I pop it, everybody shooting at the same time. Really in the field, I be posting on the main line. When you elevate, they gon' hate you every type of way. They sound like LMA, get the singing with them chopper spray. I don't hesitate, give me the ball, I make the play. Check my resume, been doing this since a young age. Yes, I'm solid as a brick, I don't never fold. You pillow talking grown man, acting like a hoe. I change guns every day like I change clothes. You changed up on the gang and you broke the code.
On February 19, 2020, he was at a recording studio of a friend, Joseph Meeks, when he shot and killed 2 other individuals who were also using the studio at the time. The men were Trayvon Alberry and Daniel Thompson. He claimed he overheard the 2 men talking about robbing Billy's friend, Joseph, the owner of the studio. After killing the 2 men, he fled the scene, leaving his friend Joseph Meeks with the 2 bodies. Joseph, unaware of what just happened, was shocked and horrified by witnessing the 2 men executed. He then dialed 911. Billy was arrested and charged with the murder of the 2 men. Billy defended himself against these charges for nearly 3 years, consistently maintaining his self-defense narrative. However, the circumstances surrounding the shooting contradicted the principles of self-defense. Trayvon and Daniel were both shot in the back of the head, resembling an execution-style scenario rather than a self-defense situation. It is believed that Billy had some sort of beef with the 2 men over weapons and money, which was reported by a witness, but the prosecution was not able to prove this. Billy took the stand in his defense and explained his side of the story, and 3 years later, on January 27, 2023, he was granted a fresh start when he was acquitted by jurors of the murder charges. Just 3 days after his acquittal on January 30, 2023, shortly after 10 p.m. on a Monday, police were called to the 10,700 block of Pictorial Park Drive, inside the Easton Park subdivision, after a passerby saw a woman lying on the ground. Upon arrival, officers discovered the lifeless body of a woman lying next to her Ford EcoSport. Her 18-month-old son was sleeping in a car seat in the back seat of the vehicle. The woman was later identified as 22-year-old Alana Sims, and she was deceased from a gunshot wound to the head. Alana's death did not appear to be random, and investigators continued to follow up on multiple leads.
Tonight, we are learning more about this young mother. She was found murdered in New Tampa with her toddler sleeping in the car just a few feet away.
The mother of Alana Sims says she doesn't know why her daughter was in a New Tampa neighborhood miles away from where she lives. But Monday night, Tampa police found her there, the victim of murder. The family of Alana Sims says the 22-year-old was a loving mother who would help anyone.
She was a bright, wonderful person, willing to do anything for anybody.
Monday night, just after 10 p.m., Tampa police were called to this New Tampa neighborhood and found Sims dead at the scene. Just a few feet away, they found her infant son safely in his car seat.
Yes, he's perfectly fine. No harm was done to him. He's safe with us.
The family says the loss of Alana was even greater because she was pregnant.
Our son is our everything. And that she was pregnant again, and we just lost 2 souls, basically. 2 souls. But But we got family here, we're together, and we're just gonna do this together.
And tonight, like many, they are wondering why Alana would come to this neighborhood miles away from where she lives.
And nobody really knows the answer to that question, only she does and God. But we'll get to the end of it. We'll get the resolution as soon as possible, hopefully sooner than later.
Alana's mother expressed that she wasn't aware of her daughter seriously dating anyone at the time of her death. She said she talked to her daughter the day before she was found deceased, and her daughter seemed fine. During their investigation, detectives discovered that Alana had a boyfriend, and his name was Billy Adams. They notified him that Alana was murdered, and they questioned him about his whereabouts at the time. He reportedly provided inconsistent statements, initially denying any knowledge of her death. Additionally, Billy claimed that he was not the father of the victim's unborn child and asserted that he had not interacted with or contacted her for several months. Furthermore, Billy informed detectives that he remained at home throughout the entire evening of January 30, 2023, and did not depart from the residence until the following day. Based on surveillance footage and records from the gated community, authorities assert that he used his father's vehicle on that evening. When confronted with this inconsistency, he allegedly claimed to have been out with friends and even provided a video as evidence. However, police stated that the footage had been manipulated to show the date of the murder, when in reality, it was recorded on February 1st. Police further reported seizing Billy's phone, obtaining a search warrant, and uncovering his communication with a woman named LaKenya Brantley. They examined his iMessage conversations and discovered a potential motive for Billy to want Alana dead. In messages exchanged on January 29, 2023, Billy wrote, "Tomorrow this shit done." Other messages indicated Brantley's distress over the victim's pregnancy, while Billy expressed his desire to continue his life without including Alana. Brantley responded, stating, "This ain't the way, baby." Importantly, these messages occurred on January 29, 2023, and Alana was murdered the following day on January 30th. Furthermore, a cell phone extraction of Billy's phone revealed a search for the Easton Park subdivision on January 30th at 6:43 p.m., the same location where Alana's body was found. Billy initially denied having any contact with Alana on January 30th. Police confronted him with the contradictions in his statements, prompting him to eventually admit that he did indeed meet with her. According to authorities, he then claimed that he killed Alana in self-defense, just as he claimed in the double murder he was acquitted of prior. He claimed Alana had pulled a gun on him, and during their struggle, he shot her. However, when pressed to provide evidence supporting his account, he modified his statement. He then said that Alana initially brandished a gun, but he managed to disarm her. Subsequently, he shot her in the head, claiming it was an act of self-defense. When questioned about the whereabouts of the firearm, he stated that he discarded it while returning home after the shooting. Billy additionally acknowledged being aware of Alana's pregnancy and the potential possibility of being the father. Billy was arrested and charged with 2 counts of murder in the first degree.
From acquittal to arrest again, 9 days after Tampa rapper Billy Adams was found not guilty for a double murder, he's back behind bars tonight for 2 other deaths happening just days after he was set free by a jury. This is Nightside. I'm Carolina Lead.
And I'm Dave Wagner. Just hours ago, Tampa police arrested Adams. Tonight, 10 Tampa Bay's Angelina Salcido explains why police say she may have been lured to her death.
Dave and Carolina, Tampa Police Department detectives are calling this case horrific. They say Tampa rapper Billy Adams admitted to pulling the trigger and killing 22-year-old Alana Sims, who was 5 months pregnant. They say he's shown no remorse.
It's not an easy thing to process.
9 days ago, Alana Sims' family was asking why.
So we don't really know why she was in that area.
But the arrest of Tampa rapper Billy Adams, also known as Ace NH, is bringing answers.
He did not want to be in her life anymore.
Tampa police detectives say Sims and Adams were known to each other. The 22-year-old was 5 months pregnant with a child she said was his.
Was not ready to, have a child.
That's the motive the 25-year-old gave police. Billy Adams, arrested at his parents' New Tampa home, now charged with 1 count of first-degree premeditated murder and 1 count of death of an unborn child.
A dead mother that's 22 years old with a 18-month in the car, feet from her body for some time before she was discovered. It's awful.
Alana's family says she would have been 23 just a few weeks after she was murdered.
Didn't deserve for this to happen to her the way that it did.
3 days prior to her death,
the defendant is not guilty.
A sigh of relief from Adams after a jury believed his testimony, saying he shot 2 people at a home recording studio in self-defense.
I pulled out my gun and I shot Mr. Albury in fear of Mr. Beats getting shot or myself getting shot.
Acquitted of double murder charges, detectives say Alana was made to think she would be going to a party to celebrate his freedom. She was found dead 8 miles away from the location she was told to go.
It does seem to us like she was lured there.
Billy is currently held without bond at the Falkenberg Road Jail in Hillsborough County, Florida. Billy has pled not guilty to all charges. A juror in Billy's previous double murder trial responded to Billy's new charges of murder, saying that nobody believed his story when he was acquitted of double murder the first time, but because the prosecution could not provide a motive as to why Billy would kill 2 random men in a recording studio, they had to acquit him.
No one on the jury actually believed Billy Adams' testimony, but we didn't have to believe his testimony. What we needed to find was proof of guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. And we could not find that.
What happened to Alana was a tragedy. She believed that Billy, the father of her child, wanted to celebrate his acquittal with her, but instead, he allegedly killed her because he wanted her out of his life and did not want to be a father to her child. The killing of Alana was cold and heartless and placed no value on her life or the life of her unborn child. My condolences to her friends and family. May you continue to heal and one day find peace. Thanks for watching and I will see you in next video.